All of the results you can see here, all 80 of them, because this is our Gorilla Platoon Wall of Fame. We're now down to, the 80 or the 81st guy, technically. All of these results are a direct reflection of utilizing cardio. If people tell you cardio does not help fat loss, tell them to shut up. This is literally the backbone of how we get people fucking peeled to the bone. Trust me when I say you need to be doing cardio. Why? Why do you need to be doing cardio? Why am I so precious towards it? Cardio will also create a negative energy balance because you're burning through calories. What does this mean on the front end? It means you don't have to take your calories so low to the absolute bin, which most of you are so quick to do. Most of you are like, fat loss time, 1,800 calories day one. Let's get it. And do you know what? If you're like 35, 40% body fat, fine. You've got a million stores on you, you're ready to go at low calorie. But a lot of you aren't. A lot of you will start out like this and still do it. A lot of you will start out like this and still do it. Or even like this and still do it. You don't want to be doing that. You don't need to be doing that. So the reason I like to start cardio is to keep your food nice and high. Food high drives performance in the gym. Performance driven in the gym, numbers improved in the gym will result in more muscle gained, will also result in muscles looking better and having a reason to stay on your bones as we drop body fat. Like this guy literally, we only needed to pull off 3 kilos here, lean to start with, okay? But like, we definitely didn't lose any muscle. Look at the sheer difference in the approach here. But obviously you look bigger when you're leaner. Here's a side note for that. Same for this approach here. Like, cardio is absolutely needed. So what cardio should you do? Now, a lot of you will set off and you'll start running outside on the road in trainers. And while I like the approach and I like the idea and it's something we used to do a hell of a lot in the military, and just for overall fitness, is it good? Sure. For dropping body fat, not so much. This is why. Running outside will accumulate fatigue. When you accumulate too much fatigue, it impacts how you perform in the gym, it impacts your sleep, and overall, it increases the need for more food in your appetite. You're already in a calorie deficit. So if we now increase your fatigue and output, you're going to struggle to adhere to the calorie deficit. So in a weird way, running is going to make your actually just following the meal plan a lot more challenging. Simultaneously to that, if you start out and you look like this and you start running, you know what's going to happen to your joints? They're going to fucking buckle because your body's not meant to carry this much amount of adipose tissue. Your body's supposed to be somewhere around this. You don't have to be as lean, but like, let's say this is 11, 12, maybe 10%. All right, at least to 15, that's where you need to be at if you're going to go out running. Because otherwise, you're doing what we used to do with our lads in the military. We put a Bergen on our back and we go for miles. That's excess weight. You do that for long enough, you're going to end up with like your joints are going to be battered. So our military boys, we'd strength train to strengthen up joints and then we'd load ourselves after. So we were strong enough to take the load. A lot of you are not strong enough in the joints and connective tissue and then you go running. So no wonder you get injured really fast and really quick. Now I say you want to be doing cardio daily. So we can conclude running is not going to be the main thing for this. You've also got HIIT, high intensity interval training. And while I absolutely like it, so many benefits, great for growth hormone, good for T, like mirrors resistance training. The only downside is because it mirrors resistance training, your gym training, it accumulates, again, a lot of fatigue. It's very taxing. It's just something you can't sustain daily. So on your rest days from the gym, could you do it? Yeah, sure. But it's not going to be enough to get the whole way through the week's worth of the calorie deficit. So this is how I like to approach cardio. Start on something that is non-impact, that you can do it daily for the rest of the transformation if you have to, because to be honest, you're going to. I start all my members on cardio from the off. Why? Because I want you to be fit athletes with healthy hearts, not just like starving people that are trying to get body fat off. Let's have a bigger level of ambition. Let's get you fit as well. So a lot of my guys in the military, they'll drop 10, 15 kilos. They'll put a Bergen on or a weighted rucksack and they'll do their 2-mile event and they'll hit their best times ever because they're not carrying a load of adipose tissue, and we did a load of cardio along the way to get them fit. So it's a win-win from both ends. So we want to be able to do this daily. So we can use things like an incline treadmill walk or a bike to begin with. Use both of those two and keep the heart rate 120 to 130. This seems to be the sweet spot where it's quick enough, that we're burning body fat and creating a need and an energy demand. It's quicker than normal steps, which is a side note. Cardio is one thing, steps is another. In my plan, you'll do 10k steps and you'll do 20 minutes of cardio daily to start with. They're always separate. Steps is neat, non-activity exercise thermogenesis, just basic moving around. Cardio is formal cardio in the form of LISS, low intensity steady state cardio, heart rate 120 to 130. It's not high enough that it accumulates fatigue. It's not low enough that it's not burning enough, or it's just in with your LISS steps. You'll then do this at 20 minutes daily. You'll be dropping, you'll be eating a good amount of food, you'll be training, you'll be feeling good, the best you ever had. Then things will start to plateau out, and we're going to turn that screw of cardio. We're going to go from 20 minutes daily to 30 minutes daily. Perfect, we're going to start dropping again, nice. Now, maybe when we get to 40 minutes daily, you've actually got a lot fitter. And to use an incline treadmill walk and keep your heart rate to 130, you're like your max high. It's just like, it doesn't even make sense to do so. Then we can use something like a cross trainer, which is better. It's a lot easier to get the heart rate up there and sit at that 130. And then towards the real back end of the transformation, when we're really trying to turn the screw, then we can use something like a Stairmaster, which is going to be like, again, that's going to accumulate a bit more fatigue. It is a little bit more taxing. I find the cross trainer to be the absolute sweet spot. If you're like pretty fit, cross trainer is going to be your friend. If you've got a lot to come off, the bike and the incline treadmill walk will work very well for you for the longest period of time. So should you use cardio? Yes. Should you use impact cardio? No. Or at least not until right towards the end of your transformation when you're a lot leaner anyway. What cardio should you do? Use LISS, non-impact machines, heart rate 120 to 130, and really push the boundary of that. Get fit on this plan as well as in shape, because your whole life will just be better. And simultaneously to that, you may say, I find cardio boring. Cardio is your time to map out who you're going to become. Cardio, with a bit of music in your ears, you can think of your best idea. My best idea, the whole idea of the Gorilla Platoon started on an incline treadmill, walk treadmill during a fat loss phase. It literally did. Like your best ideas will come to you when doing cardio and you're hyped up a little bit, heart rate's a little bit higher. And side note to that, your steps is where you actually just like, you get any gunge out your brain. Anything that's grating on you, walk, just watch what it does to the brain, it'll clear it nicely. But when it's cardio, that's your ambition time. That's you thinking of the future, things that are going to happen, whilst you're also burning body fat as well. So that's my answer to this question. If you want to come and join us and get results like this inside the Gorilla Platoon, then drop me, there'll be a link in the description, just come through that, and then we'll see you on the inside.